Alright, welcome Randomania fans. Here for the second game of this Randomania tournament, or Random Percent tournament, I should say, of Shatty versus Seaphil. So we have uh, Remorse Flags here tonight, which is going to have 0 hit point enemies that Seaphil picked after losing this first race against Shatty. So we should be off here in just one moment, and good luck to both of these runners. Let's see what kind of flags these two guys are going to roll today. See if we get anything interesting right off the bat. And we're off. Shatty looks like he has some meat and an any key to start off with. And Seaphil just getting going here. And they are lacking only 2 Triforces, which one of those is definitely going to be 6, and the other is going to be either 2 or 3, depending on what dungeons these guys rolled up with here. Oh, both runners going west to find the Armos item, and in the meantime, find the Wood Sword Cave. So right off the bat, sword in hand, possible Armos item, which is the bow. Offense rolling in hot and quick here in the early goings of this match. We're going to see how quick this one goes. Bunch of great items for these runners to start with here, especially with the 0 hit point enemies. That wood sword's going to go a long way and get them where they need to go. Yep, both runners got the bow. It was the Armos item. We do have a little divergence here. We got Shatty going left and going to the rest of the grave area, and Seaphil heading down towards vanilla level 1 where he finds a shop. See if we can get a little hint on how these overworld rolled, and that is going to be a mixed quest overworld, so neither of the gravestones pushed. So Shatty up A's goes back. He'll be kind of following Seaphil down the way that he's routing down south now, heading probably towards near start area. Seaphil killing the green moblins there. Not getting any bomb drops yet, but that doesn't mean anything quite yet, but none of those dropped anything, so we'll see if these enemies possibly rolled to shuffle the groups, which is one of my personally least favorite flags in this game. Seaphil finding level 7 here. I think this is one of either the starting cave or one of the caves right next to it. Looks like this could possibly be a vanilla 1 cave. Or act, as far as it says on Seaphil's side. Now Shatty in the same dungeon. Let's see what he can find here. See if these guys choose to dig around in 7. I mean, nobody really wants to dig around in 7 too much as far as I'm concerned. But see if they can find an item here. Seaphil with a possible item room here up in the kind of central region of this level. Very much looking like first quest level 7 here for these guys. Nope, it's just the transports. No dice there for an item. Possible Goma, not going to be blocking anything in that room. Shatty's stepping back out here. See what his game plan is going to be. He knows it's level 7, knows he doesn't need the Triforce, so he's kind of done with poking around in there. Not a bad strategy. Seaphil trying his hardest not to get handed to him here in this diamond staircase room by these wall masters. Let's see what else he can. If he can dig something out of this level 7, that will be a very nice find for him. And Shatty continuing to go along the dungeons or the caves near start. See if he can find anything. Just some shops and stuff so far. Nothing major. But he does find level 8 in the Old Man Hint shop near start there. So this one, also a level they don't need. However, the nice thing about level 8 is going to be more items hanging out in this level. There's going to be 2 staircase items and 1 floor item if floor items roll. That is the book in level 8, which Shatty chooses not to pick up, which very interesting place. So the upside to that is he can always go right back and get that book anytime he needs to. He can just come right back to 8, go 1 room in, he knows he has the book. So that's not the worst play, because the book is not needed if it's not Boomstick. He doesn't need an atlas if he knows all the dungeon layouts. That's going to be a decent play, because you end up with the wand, you don't want the fire attached to it usually. Seaphil out of 7, looking to go check out those other caves that Shatty's already kind of checked over. And let's see what we get for a secret here on Shatty's side. That is a mixed secret, so that's the mid secret at 28. Slightly rolled down, not too bad. He's going to up a save, go back here. I would guess he's probably going to head east and go check out the northeast spots. And he finds Shatty's favorite cave, the Mag's Cave. Magical sword, far, far away from us right now. Oh no, he is actually routing back towards the grave here. Check, open up the bomb spots that he forgot, it looks like. Meanwhile, Seaphil, candleless but not bombless down in the Dead Woods area. Oh, he takes a Lionel beam to the face. That's no fun. I have to go back to start for that one. Shatty up, getting into Death Mountain early here. Let's see if this is a good play for him. Finds a white sword he cannot pick up yet because he only has 3 hearts. But we'll see if he can find anything else, wrangle anything else out of these Death Mountain caves. If he's going to do some more checks up here. Maybe he'll go do east, see what he can come up with. It's not an area I like to go to early, so if you go up there early and find something, it'll give you a step against your opponent possibly. Seaphil with candle in hand, now heading towards Burn Row. Candle Row, see what he can find. Anything he can find in these caves here. And almost the measliest small secret you can find for going all the way up to East Death Mountain. Waste of time, $2. Thanks a lot, game. I don't think Shatty has picked up his candle yet. Seaphil has, and he has found level 4, but with nasty blue whizzies and a ladder block in that area. So let's see if he can go up here. And this level 4, looking more like a second quest level 4 than a first quest. And that's a shapes. That is not second quest at all. Thank goodness. Oh. That's what you like to see. So we got shapes for the first half of the first dungeons, 1 through 6, and looks like the 7 through 9 is going to be first quest. Just based on what we saw in 7. I don't know if we ever got actual map confirmation that 7 was first quest, but it looked like it was first quest, so we're going with that hypothesis at the moment. And Shatty does get his candle in a take getting up here in the northeast. And he'll continue to the far northeast corner here and we'll see what he can find. Seaphil is out of that level 4. I don't know if he was blocked or if he actually found anything in there. I'm guessing how quick he was out of there, he got blocked by something. I was looking at Shatty's screen at the time. $4 bombs and a $60 key. That's a nice shop right there. I think I didn't quite catch the blue candle price or the blue ring price, but that looked like that was rolled down a little bit as well. So nice bargain shop there. The NPCs are not talking because the blank hint flag is on, so none of the hints will tell you anything in this seed. Oh, we had a $64 big secret. Yeah, that's kind of a yuck. So far this seed is not Law's approved seed at all. So Law's is hanging his head in sadness if he gets to watch this one. With $2 for the small, it was 28 for the mid and 64 for the big. Yep, and we don't know if this ruled to first quest mixed or second quest mixed with the money situation, but we will find out. Nice thing about that is, though, they started with the any key, so they don't have a big need for money as far as dungeon exploration goes. The only thing they would need is if they need to buy arrows or meat or something fun like that. So, with Seaphil in level 3, Shatty with a quick Triforce out of level 6, and he is on his way. Don't blame him there, but let's see if Seaphil can get something out of this level 3 here. Nice shapes level 3 is good dungeon to dig early. Shatty, meanwhile, making his way to the waterfall, and that is 0 hit point bosses. Seaphil goes up and just gives that Gleok 2 whacks with his pointed stick, and that thing is done for. So that is just a gravy seed for these guys combat-wise. Everything is just going to go in and you just hit it with, you pretty much just breathe on it, and those things are going to just fall for you. So that is probably working in Seaphil's advantage because he's the one that chose to have on 0 hit point enemies, and he got double bang for his buck with that flag. Oh, we had a floor heart for Seaphil in level 3 here. Finds the oh shoot room and see if he can get around this, or if he has to go back down and go through it, which is what I'm guessing he's going to need to do. You always go through the chute. You see the chute, you go through the chute, right? Now Shatty in this level 4. Let's see if he can find a way around the block or whatever was. Oh, there's a block. It's a Dig Dogger. Yeah, that's gonna prevent these guys from going anywhere right now. Oh, Seaphil with the map of 3 takes you nowhere going through the chute, just to find a Goma that you can't do anything with. So Shatty out of that fort, not finding any path around, gonna get out of there, find a recorder, come back. Seaphil gonna check this one spare room here at the bottom. This may be our item room here. Bubbles being rude. Nope, that is a key drop. That is not the stair. That is not the. These are not the droids you're looking for, Seaphil. Seaphil's gonna see the Triforce room here, which is the Triforce room. So it looks like all the Triforces are going to be in their own rooms, so that's good for the runners to know. Reverse C and 3, I'd usually say that's probably not it, but in this case, I'm going to say this is going to be the staircase here that he's looking for. See what item he pulls out of this 3. And he has more exploration. He has the power bracelet, which we saw 6, we saw 3. We may not need that power bracelet right now. Unless we got a white sword item or something that's required, or there's another dungeon they haven't found that has an item that's required in it. As far as getting into 9, they don't. Unless, of course, 9 is the smallest block. So each of these runners with one more Triforce to find. Neither has found 9 yet, so that might be a little disconcerting for them at this point. So we may yet need either the power bracelet or the recorder to find that 9. Another take ending here in the far southwest for Shatty. Seaphil getting the bad news on the low secret. Nothing up in the eastern side of Death Mountain. And here Shatty finds level 1. So I think these guys have found most of the levels. Maybe level 2 they haven't found, I remember. I'm not remember if they found level 5 yet either. I believe Shatty already picked up a candle at a previous take ending. Tries a white sword pull, doesn't get it on 4 hearts. Not today. So Seaphil is up here, gets to the ladder up in West Death Mountain, and he's going to be heading some locations I don't believe we have seen yet. So we'll see if he can scare up a level 9 up here without having to have a power bracelet or anything like that, which he does. There's level 5. So I think minus level 2 possibly, we've seen all the other dungeons. So we'll see what we can scare up here in this level. So really, with these flags, there's 2 methods of thought when you're running this game. You can go one way, which is to go, you know, like Seaphil's doing right here. He finds level 5. He's going to go in, poke around, see if he can find a couple items possibly, and then maybe just get out, which is what he's doing right now. He's going to get the Triforce, get a free health refill, get out of there, and keep looking around. Maybe he'll find level 9 up in these next couple spots here. The other option is you just grab the dungeons you want the Triforces for, and you just go. So Seaphil does in fact find level 9. The power bracelet not going to be required for 9. Yep, you need Triforce 6 yet, Seaphil. You gotta go find that one. So as soon as Shatty finds 3, which I don't recall offhand where that level 3 was that Seaphil found. As soon as Shatty finds that one, he's going to have access to that level 9, which he's going to find right now. Oh, that level 3 was at the East Death Mountain, on top of the stairs. I don't think Shatty bombed that spot when he was up there. I know he went up there, but he didn't bomb that spot. So that could be an interesting wrinkle if he doesn't get back up to that spot. I think he had like 1 or 2 bombs when he was up there, if I recall. I don't remember him opening that spot up. So we'll have to see how that pans out. That could be a huge factor right now for this race. One downside for Seaphil, of course, is he has not gotten into level 6 yet, so it's kind of a race to see who gets the thing that the other players found at this point. Seaphil grabbing a quick little nice bargain bomb purchase there. Shatty with the up A. Let's see if he goes up. Nope, he's going back to the east. So he might go and see what he finds out in the east here. I think he's gotten a lot of the stuff over here. So there must be a couple checks he's interested in the east. Seaphil is going to be able to check these power bracelet spots. Not going to be a level he needs, but we might be able to find something of value. That looks like a vanilla any road. So we know where that's probably going to go. We did see the white sword item, which is just the white sword, so that isn't anything that's going to be an interest for these guys. And Shatty in the green forest burned some spots down here. I don't recall there being anything real important down here that they need to find yet. Seaphil gonna find a whole bunch of nothing up in these gravestones. Without the recorder, can't check the level 6 spot. Both of these runners making good use of those inexpensive bombs. Shatty's gonna fill up here. You can't beat that price. I'll take that price of bombs any day. So right offhand, I don't recall where level 6 was. I did not take any notes on this stuff, so we'll see how long it takes Seaphil to get to 6 and how long it takes Shatty. The nice thing for Shatty is if he's orphaned that check up on Death Mountain, his start screen is only just a couple screens away from it, so he knows he's got to go there. He might get everywhere else, but he knows at least he should have to go there at some point. Now both runners kind of high-fiving here, checking the vanilla second quest level 7 spot. No dice there. Down to the coast for both these guys are kind of following their footsteps. They're having kind of flashbacks to last night. Both these runners kind of ended up in the same spot a lot of times. And if they were any divergences, just one was looking for what the other had and vice versa. Not much on the coast so far, which we kind of have an idea that was going to be the case for these guys. We'll see. I don't know if we've even seen the coast item yet, though, have we? And just a heart on the coast, so nothing major there. The heart item, or the coast item, and the white sword items don't look like they have shuffled. So it looks like those flags are off, but we know that shuffle items is on because we have a power bracelet in 3 and we had the bow and the armor. So Dungeon's not forthcoming with their items, pretty free and easy with the Triforces so far. So just a matter of seeing if they can get into 9 and finding if they got some silvers waiting for them there. There's level 2 finally. Shatty finds in the wood shop there. See if he's gonna poke around in here for something. Yeah, it looked like he isn't gonna stay around in Tuva very much exploring at this point. I can't blame him there. I would be out of there in a heartbeat. We don't need any be digging rooms in the level when we're just going to find a boomerang or a heart or something on the floor. Yeah, chat speculating. Shatty may think that we're in vanilla first quest for the dungeons, although he did see the rooms in level 4, so I'm not sure if he knows that. But he was only in 4 for like 2 rooms, so it may well be the case. Yeah, right now it looks like Shatty is just kind of cleaning up the couple little checks left over that he hasn't found yet. And up-Aing and maybe now we'll go north and find that one spot that he left. It's always the last spot you check. And he's going west again. Oh, I think he's just trying to respawn these enemies to a favorable spot. Trying not to get Lionel beamed like he just did. And there's his level 3. So Shatty has the knowledge of all the dungeons he needs. Should be able to get this Triforce out of here without very many issues. And likely will be the first runner in level 9 here very shortly. So this level 3 has the power bracelet and a floor heart somewhere within it. Doesn't look like we're going to need that power bracelet, so if he just grabs the trident and goes in here, that'd be the best play, but it looks like he's going to have to do a little exploring to find out exactly where that Triforce was Seaphil had to. Nice fairy drop there for Shatty, very opportune time. Meanwhile, Seaphil finding another take-in, he gets even with Shatty in the heart count. Both of these runners at 5 hearts, and that's probably where both of them are going to end up going into level 9. So if this level 9 is not very kind, they might have a little bit of problems without any other defense. Nice thing about the 0 hit point enemies is you can kind of get through and make do a lot of times in those situations a little easier. And Seaphil heading in the right direction for level 6. So let's hope he can find that and get his quick Triforce out of there. Thanks, Shatty found that one. It was another one that was like 2 or 3 rooms in. Shatty just choosing the up A tact here in level 3. Knows where the Triforce is, just going to grab that as quick as he can and get it out. Yep, Seaphil gonna finish digging out this northeast corner, which is, you know, usually probably the way everybody would route this area of the map. Go do the far east, and then you come back, work your way back. Yeah, don't think they're gonna be super far apart getting to 9, unless Seaphil decides for whatever reason to dig around, because he seems to want to dig dungeons a little bit more than Shatty. He hasn't been spending a ton of time doing it, but if this ends up being a free Zelda, that could make the difference, as we've seen in some of these races here. Shatty getting trolled just a little bit on doing a screen scroll there, but manages to pull it off, and he is a couple screens away from his level 9 entry. Yep, chat making a good point. They got the free bow from the Armos item, so, you know, not really, if you assume that level 9 is going to have the silvers and the red ring, which is very common for this random percent tournament to roll that particular flag. I swear, even though it's 50-50, it rolls way more often than not. But if you got vanilla items on it, it also rolls, so that might account for some of that. But yeah, you have the bow going in, you don't really need to be digging for much. But Seaphil finds a stair here in 6, and it's just the transport. I think Shatty found this transport at some point. Shatty finding a dig dagger in 9, which that would possibly bring an interesting little wrinkle into the situation if we find something that's, you know, the girl's behind a stair and the magic stair is dig dagger blocked. That could be a fun little catch in the seed, which has been really pretty much free so far. Yep, Seaphil gets his Triforce out of 6, and he is going to be in 9 not too very long. Just doing the up A, that's a good move. It's going to get him right over where he needs to be, and he'll be doing a quick scroll over here to work his way over to the 4 screens to get to level 9 here. Shatty doing a nice job of carefully clearing out these Wizrobes, not taking one bop. getting into this staircase here. Checking the stairs, looking for those silver arrows in case they're required. So, good play here to go and resolve these staircases. Getting a lot of coverage in this east and northern area. No ladder. That is a shutter door. Let's see if this pops open. The ladder could be something. Well, that opens, so we know that's not, possibly not the girl, I should say. It could be, but probably not her. And we've got a Gleeok. I don't think that could be a stair push, though, with the Gleeok in that room. We got another shutter door here, going north to Shatty. And it does not open, so we have the girl and we have a required pig. So Shatty is going to have to seek out these silvers if they are in 9, and has to kill Ganon here. That is required for both of these runners. Oh, and we had a roar too. I missed that. Yes, Shatty has the roar. He has the girl. So we have the location of the pig. We have the location of the girl here in level 9. So this could be a rather quick one if he can find these silvers in good order. Oh, and Seaphil taking a death in that Wizrobe room that Shatty had cleared out before. Yeah, even with 0 hit point enemies, this level 9 is going to be a little tricky with the standard enemy set in here, the Wizrobes. They're going to give you problems. You walk into the wrong room and just take a wrong step and, oh, boom, orange Wizzy beam to the face. Oh, thanks. Start over. Shatty finds a transport down here to the southwest area of the dungeon. As of yet untapped. Let's see what he can dig out of this level 9. Any key in here is just invaluable at this point. Because I mean you got bombs to worry about, but that any key, if you run out of bombs, you still have the ability to go through key doors, which there's no overstating how valuable that is for a level 9 for these runners. And we got a single block here with the red landmole. Let's see if Shatty's got the clip on there, and he's gonna get into this room stairway. Let's see what we have here. There's another transport, so Shatty making a good call to resolve these stairs here. I like that play. Oh yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. It spawns out of that room, blue Wizrobe directly pointed right at you. Take a shot. There's nothing you can do about it. And that is a red ring here for Shatty. Very welcome sight. Hasn't found the silvers yet, but that red ring makes us pretty sure that those silvers are waiting somewhere in this dungeon. So unless we've got a ladder block or a recorder block, Shatty should be able to find this silver arrow room somewhere. And if those silvers are open, this is going to be a pretty quick seed for these guys. And we've got a dark room, and that is not Ganon. Seaphil has found Ganon. He is in there. Let's see if he can bomb out of here. And let's see if he checks and sees if we've got a 0 hit point Ganon as well. That would go well with the theme so far, that we've got 0 hit point enemies, 0 hit point bosses. He did not get a swing in on Ganon, it looks like. So we don't know that yet, but that would be I think the icing on the cake for this seed. Yeah, and there's that Dig Dogger room. That's an ominous room when you're looking for the silver arrows. And this level 9, you gotta have that Dig Dogger in the back of your head the whole time. Like, is it that guy? Yeah, question chat. We do have we do have the girl's room that Shatty has found. I don't know that Seaphil has found it. He's been up kind of in that area, but he is up there. She is up there, I should say, behind her shovel door. And Shatty finds the silver arrows. That dig dogger is not needed, so he is going to be well on his way with his red ring in hand. I think Shatty even picked up a potion, so Seaphil not too far away from that silver room. I think if he goes left here and down, something like that, he can find that room. Maybe it was just down in the room that he was just in. So he's not far away from where Shatty just found those silver. Shatty has the steps he needs on this Ganon. If he gets in there relatively soon, it's going to be hard pressed to catch him at this point, it looks like. And yeah, look at that. We got Zelda up, Ganon just one room down. In this case, it's going to be Bowser for Shatty. And 0 hit points. That is perfect. Thank you, game. This game just wants to get this over with. It does not want to be hanging around here tonight. This game says, I got to go to work tomorrow. Everything's open, 0 hit points. Have at it, boys. And Shatty finishes with an official SRL time of 35-35. Everybody get your GGs out in chat for Shatty, our victor in this tournament set. Seaphil looking at his map now, thinking about his life's choices. Looks like he's going to continue on here. Hopefully he can finish this out, find those silvers. He's kind of pretty much taking the same route that Shatty was taking before, kind of finding the same stairs, resolving the same way. Just that extra step that Shatty had getting into level 9 that gave him the time he needed. And we are joined here with Shatty. GG, sir.
Hey, thanks, man.
So a little bit of a quicker one than last night's. How'd that feel?
I thought I was in a lot of trouble when I saw 3 where it was. The Triforce was so quick in 6, and 3 was just right next to start. I skipped that screen. It was, full of Lionels. I was like, yeah. Come back to it.
Yeah, I noticed you skipped that screen early, and I didn't think much of it until Seaphil found level 3 in there. But the thing was, Seaphil, kind of like last night, Seaphil had found 3 and gotten the Triforce out of that. You had already had 6. He was looking for 6 for a lot of the time. You were looking for 3, so it was kind of, you were looking for one thing, he was looking for the other again. So you had just a couple steps on him getting into level 9. He's in 9 right now, looking for the silvers. Hasn't found the ring yet either. It's taken a couple deaths in here, but yeah, just you got level 3 and you found 9. Everything was open.
Yeah, there was a dig dogger that looked like he might be guarding a staircase kind of near the start. That had me a little worried.
Yeah, we made note of that. We're like looking for possibilities of something that was going to block it in here. We're like, ooh, dig dogger, that could be interesting. Nope. Everything was open. Everything, you did need to kill Ganon this time, but he didn't take much either, so everything was 0 hit points.
Yeah, I love 0 HP Ganon, especially on Wood Sword.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't have too many worries. He had the red ring in hand at least, so that kind of helped you out. Looks like you are going to be playing Imasak in your next matchup. Do you have any thoughts about your upcoming task?
No, just try to keep winning. It's the goal.
Yeah, stay alive 1 week to the next. That's it. So, you have any other thoughts on this seed? It kind of went by almost too fast to think about on this one, it feels.
Yeah, I like. I think this might be the first one I've rolled that had the 0 HP, and only because it was set at the beginning. Kind of like these. These might be my go-to loser's remorse moving forward.
Yeah, I mean,
Enjoy.
we didn't have too much idea of what the dungeon items were even going to be, because you guys didn't really even find anything in levels. So, looks like Seaphil did find a power bracelet in level 3, which we didn't know if that was going to be needed. So that was something he had that you didn't early. We're like, well, if something's power bracelet blocked, he's got that step on you. But again, that wasn't needed. No recorder needed, raft, ladder, none of that stuff. You didn't need anything except the silvers, which happened to roll in 9 again. So very fortunate seed the way everything rolled.
Oh, definitely. I hit every level, which is crazy on the mixed quest, not having recorder or bracelet. So.
Yeah, that's something we were kind of looking out for. Seaphil does have his red ring finally. I know it wasn't too long after you got the red ring, you found the silvers. He was up in the area of the silvers, I think, and I think it's just kind of been around the room that it was in. But this red ring should help him get through here a little quicker now, not have to worry about as many deaths.
Yeah, it was kind of a relief seeing red ring. 1 for the defense. 2, I think I was on half a heart. And 3, I think by that point I already knew Ganon was required, so kind of figured silvers would be in here somewhere. So seeing red ring was pretty nice.
Oh yeah, that's always my favorite thing to find, because then you can just kind of barrel through the seed and not have to worry too much about combat. I know that the silvers were kind of in the northeast, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, the area down in the red ring was kind of a dead end. I ended up taking the stair back in this reverse C room that he's in now. That kind of put you right back up in that area. He's doing the same thing, it looks like.
Yeah, let's see if he can get those silvers out of here pretty quickly. Yeah, it's not too far. I think he goes up and left a couple rooms. That kind of puts you in the area, if I remember. I say left, right, and up.
I think it's just right. I think he hit like every room around it except the silvers room. I think it's right through that key door. But yeah, this dead ends anyway.
Yeah, I saw that shutter as well, that it was across the river. I was like, oh, that'd be neat if that was the girl right there. No, that one opened too. So every
Right.
opportunity, we were looking for to block you somehow from finishing the seed very quickly. Turned out to be nothing. We really had our hopes on that dig dogger.
That was like one of the first rooms in here. It was just like, oh man, you gotta be kidding me. I ducked like a few rooms in every dungeon, and I could tell the bosses were on.
Yeah, I saw the one dig dogger in the room when you first came in too that didn't have. I didn't see the stair one right away, and I was like, "Oh, hey, dig dogger's in here!" And no, we were all disappointed. But Seaphil does get his silvers, so he should have a path to Ganon mapped out here, and this should be over for him very shortly.
I was shocked at the start. I thought I'd just scroll over and see if bracelet was over at the Armos. The wood sword happened to be right there.
Yeah, that's right. You make the play left, you find everything you need. Something else the seed's just helping you out with. It's just like, we want to get this over with. The seed was tired, it wanted to go to bed.
So, going in, I was like, all right, well, we're playing 0 HP. I should go straight to the wood sword cave. And then we started up there, and I was like, well, I'll go check Armos just real quick. And maybe I can take any roads if they're on. And then the wood sword, I was shocked when the wood sword was right there.
So yeah, the any roads were actually in their vanilla spots. It looked like too. So if Power Bracelet was there, you probably could have. But we got Seaphil entering the Ganon fight now. He's going to get the pleasant surprise of one hit, and he's got him. And Bacon, quick Triforce grab, and he is going to be north to finish out this seed. Unfortunately, this is going to be the end of the road for Seaphil. Everybody get your GGs out and chat for him. Did really well here in this round against you. Just a couple steps behind here and there, but very well done, very nicely played. We'll see if we can get Seaphil in here for an interview. It looks like he will be joining us here shortly. Yeah, so just looking at your matchup coming, I know that from watching I'm a sock this tournament and the last, he's going to be a pretty stiff competitor for you. So I'm actually really looking forward to that race. And we do have Seaphil with us. GG.
GG's, good job, Shatty.
Yeah, GG, well done. Not too far behind again. Just a couple lucky rooms, it looks like, in 9.
9, the great equalizer, isn't that what we call it?
Absolutely. So you did get your wish here. You rolled the 0 hit point enemy flag, and the seed just obliged you at every turn. It gave you 0 hit points enemies, 0 hit point bosses, and a 0 hit point Ganon to boot. So that kind of at least had to feel good, right?
Yeah, that was good. I wouldn't say it gave me everything I wanted because the first 3 or 4 dungeons were blocked in some way. Of course, I'm always thinking as I head into 9, I see ladder blocks everywhere and even a dig dogger block that could have been the silvers.
Yeah. I was saying the same thing before you got in here. That dig dogger was in like one of the first rooms.
Yeah, but once I saw the dot done, I figured, well, this probably isn't ladder block. This probably was, the silvers are here somewhere, obviously, um, and you know, Ganon. I mean, I know Shatty would take down Ganon even if it wasn't 0 hit points, but I was pretty confident after I saw the dot done that this is going to end soon.
Yeah, despite us here in chat and everybody all rooting for that dig dogger block to happen, didn't come true, unfortunately for us. Everything pretty much free and open with the seed. Seaphil, you are actually I think you got one of the only items that we saw out of a dungeon, and that was the power bracelet out of 3. Otherwise, no real items were found out of any dungeons outside of maybe a floor heart here or there.
Yeah, and I know it probably didn't cost me very much, but I felt like my mistake was I found 5, grabbed the Triforce, and I thought that was it. When I found 9, the next screen over, that was like at 16 minutes, and I thought I was going to be into 9, and I realized the problem that it was 6, not 5.
Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's the 6 Triforce. That one never changes. So if that one's empty, it's always the 6. So you can always count on that one. But you were looking for level 6. Shady was looking for level 3. So you guys were kind of doing the same things, but then you get off on one doing the one thing and the other doing the other at the same time. So it really came down to just Shady was just into that 9 just that couple steps quicker, and that was really not much more of the difference than you had going into 9.
I honestly thought that, I mean, that was my strategy coming in, was I'm gonna get up to Death Mountain as soon as possible. And seeing 3 and 5 up there, and I thought filling up the Triforce, then finding 9, I thought I was gonna be into a game 3, but that wasn't meant to be.
I skipped that level 3 screen. I had low health, and with the Lionels, I just skipped it. And I was like, well, I'll come back. And I cleared the entire overworld. And then I came back. I thought I was in a lot of trouble when I saw 3.
It's always the last spot you're looking for. But anyway, yeah, I think that is one of the things that can get you. You're finding the power bracelet doesn't take you too much more time, and you found it in good order where you could route it in. But just making those couple extra little checks with the power bracelet can actually trip you up, and you don't know it. It's kind of a blessing and a curse sometimes.
Yeah, I was worried about all the items I was leaving behind in the other dungeons, but those shapes weren't. I would have liked to seen the maps of those shapes. There was a at level 2 um, had a trick staircase, and then I couldn't find any bomb wall after that before I got out of there. Um, Level 7 was vanilla, of course. Level 4 was blocked in some way. I didn't write down how that was blocked, but those were going to be some tricky shape dungeons.
Yeah, I think 4 was blocked by a dig dogger one way and a ladder the other way. But we saw, I think, maybe two of the maps, and they're both the four's map was kind of similar to level three's. I don't remember if Shatty saw the map to 3. I don't think he did. But yeah, we saw like maybe two of the shapes, and that was it. Because you guys were in there, you got the Triforces you needed, and you got out. So not much digging in this one.
Yeah, some good Triforce placements in those dungeons. Yeah,
Well, Seaphil, you did really well here in this tournament. I think was this your first?
yeah. This was my first foray into Zelda 1 tournaments. Had a lot of fun. I think my first round matches against Teeth, I didn't do quite so well, but I kind of happy with how I performed. I didn't have many expectations against Shatty. He's such a good runner, but I think they're pretty close races, and I'm kind of happy about that.
Yeah, I think you handled yourself really well. Definitely, there's a lot of really good runners in this, and it's just kind of one of those things that comes down to a lot of luck and which way you route, and you happen to go one way, the other guy goes the other way. But yeah, you kept it real close. You gave us a good show here, and well.
Yeah, GG's. He'll be ready to go come fall, I'm sure. Get a few more matches under your belt. Look out.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. And thanks for the restreams and all the hard work that everyone's doing. And I'll still be around. I've tracked a few races in the first couple rounds. Once school gets under control, I'll probably come back and be more active on that front.
Yeah, absolutely. I know a couple weeks ago we had the Routers Relish seed, and you just blew the pants off of that seed. I think you got a second on that one. That was quite impressive. I think everybody kind of sat up and took notice after.
Well, I really don't want to call myself out. Shaddy's laughing because he knows. I blew that away because I had the wrong seed. Um,
It was
in the
still
router's
a good
relish,
time.
I turned off the I sped up the text, and that changed the seed around. And um, I was shocked. Yes, in the end, I took second running my seed, but my seed was a little easier than what was actually out there.
Hey, tell you win some, you lose some. There, it's all right.
It was still a monster time.
And a couple seconds there. Yeah, yeah. What can you do? Good job. Well, Chad, you got anything else you want to talk about or say?
No, thanks, Deal. Thanks, Fury.
Who's
GG.
Shaddy got in the next round? Do we know yet?
Shaggy's going up against I'm a Sock.
All right. Well, no offense to I'm a sock, but I'll be rooting for you, Shaddy. Good luck going forward. I'm sure you're going to go pretty far in this.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Hopefully, I don't have to play him in the next round after that, but I wouldn't bet against that one.